The Department of Justice is officially dropping its investigation into the Phoenix Police Department and retracting the previous administration's findings.
After years of probes and a federal push for a consent decree to give federal monitors basically jurisdiction over Phoenix PD, and also a buildup to a potential court battle, it has now been halted. DOJ called it off. Change in administration certainly played a role. Fox 10's Lauren Clark explains how we got here and why this might not be over.
It begins in 2021. Then Attorney General Merrick Garland announced an investigation into the Phoenix Police Department following a series of fatal and use of force incidents. Nearly 3 years later, they released a 126-page scathing report. It found systematic issues in the department, discriminating against people of color and the homeless, and violations of constitutional rights. The DOJ pushed for the city to sign what's called a consent decree, a federal monitoring system used after an investigation concludes police reform is needed. But the city pushed back, pointing to costly and lengthy consent decrees issued in the past. PD and others also slammed the findings, claiming they were exaggerated and politically motivated. With neither side budging, the stage was set for a brutal legal battle until today.
And as you mentioned, John, this certainly was not surprising for a lot of people. In fact, it was expected after President Trump won the election in 2024. Now, police officers here praising the move. The Phoenix Law Enforcement Association, also known as PLEA, calls it a vindication for its officers. And it's also very thankful that it will not be bound by those consent decrees, saying in a statement, in part, a small group of 30-plus attorneys in Washington, D.C. who know nothing of policing cannot be an effective oversight mechanism. Now, we also heard from Phoenix Vice Mayor Ann O'Brien. She's happy about the announcement, too. She pointed to the recent steps the department has already taken towards reform, writing in part that I have full trust in our city leaders and the Phoenix Police Department to maintain our momentum as we strive to make the Phoenix Police Department the best in the country. We don't always get it right, but we learn from our mistakes and we make the necessary changes to improve. But of course, not everyone is happy. Activist group Poder in Action calls the decision deeply concerning, even comparing it to pulling out a page in a playbook of an authoritarian regime. We also sat down with attorney Ben Taylor. He represents many members whose family members were shot and killed by police officers, including Denise Garcia. Both are upset by this decision, but they point out they don't think this is the end.
In another 4 years, a new administration can still take this DOJ report and still move forward with it.
The DOJ report is not going away. So maybe it's on pause for now, but you cannot negate or deny that any of those behaviors and practices and patterns have occurred for decades.
Now, we have a lot more reaction, including a full breakdown of the history of this and what multiple sides are saying about this years-long saga. That's on our website, fox10phoenix.com, if you want to learn more. Reporting live here in Phoenix, Lauren Clark, Fox 10 News.